Warning. This video contains super awesome content not suitable for people who don't enjoy super awesomeness. Viewer discretion advised.
Hello and welcome to From the Dome to Your Home. I'm Eddie and I'm here to just discuss a few things today that I was just thinking about. Sorry for hiatus. I've been around for a couple of days, didn't do real videos. just random thinking about stuff. Anyhow, I wonder how everybody's doing today. I just wanted to just touch on a few things, and it's actually on the title. I want to talk about, especially Disney. There's this big hot topic about Disney, and they have different characters now as far as being as black versus white. The way the characters are portrayed now. I also want to talk about this guy. Okay, they call him Superhuman. Actually, I want you to take a look at this video and then you tell me what you think.
This is Supreme Show. Today I'll be jumping onto toy cars, Legos, and light tubes. This is for Juggalos and Juggalettes. Don't try this at home, I hope you like it. Fuck this shit!
Now, there's this guy on the internet. Well, he's an internet sensation now. His name is Superhuman. Now, what he does is he goes around and just uppercut. He just goes around and drop kicks to everything, or jumps on things, or flips on things, and elbow drop stuff. And he's actually has about over 50,000 followers. Which nowadays it doesn't surprise me, knowing how the world is right now, especially with all that Area 51 stuff going on. I just don't understand, how such things that catch people's attention or stunts like this. So a background on this guy is he's a little bit he's not really all there. And he makes videos maybe 5 to 10 seconds long, and just starts just jumping on tables and just throwing himself on random objects. Like there's one that he elbow dropped a microwave, and there's one that he jumped on. Like right now he's jumping on Legos, barbed wires, just anything he can possibly jump on. He jumps on. Anyways, so this is how this guy's getting his internet fame, and to each his own. The way you get known is the way you get known, but it just baffles my mind that you have to do stuff like this in order for you to be known. I just think it's just. I just had to bring it to the attention because I watched a couple of his videos, and I'm like. And I look at all this stuff about, how to get famous on the internet and stuff. Just to look. I'm just curious, and I didn't think you'd have to go and beat yourself up in order to become, an internet star. Obviously, in this day and age, you do. Well, and there's another topic I'd like to discuss. In fact, before I discuss it, I'd like you to take a look at this clip. It has to deal with a lot of like a nursing home. But just check this out.
A debate raging over a Florida city playing children's music at a park pavilion at night to keep homeless people away. People say the music rotates between Baby Shark and this song.
Cheese.
It's raining tacos. Raining tacos.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one either. A West Palm Beach spokesperson says during the day the music is for families, and overnight it is to, quote, discourage congregating and, if appropriate, to encourage people to seek safer, more appropriate shelter through the many resources that are available. It's a mouthful. She also says the noise levels are below city code. Others, they aren't so convinced.
Aggravating, really aggravating.
I think that there is a fine line between being humane and inhumane when trying to deal with the homeless. All of us are probably just one paycheck away from being homeless, and so I would want someone to be compassionate with me.
The city's now considering having set hours for that pavilion.
Well, as you can tell, a Florida county or a place in Florida actually found a way to get rid of homelessness. They figured that they're going to play Baby Shark and It's Raining Tacos a million times a night from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. to hopefully annoy the people sleeping in the street and having to move out of the pavilion. That might have been a secret all along. You know, I remember when I was a kid, you know, Barney, I Love You, You Love Me song, that was the most annoying song I've ever heard in my life. And I mean, if they played that, you know, maybe homelessness would not be a problem. So anyways, yeah, that's crazy of how, you know, they're using nursery rhymes to annoy the crap out of, you know, adults, which it makes your ears bleed a little bit, because I mean, especially if you're working the shift from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. when that is playing all night, you know, that's got to be definitely. One more last topic I'd like to discuss before I go is this one is really a hot topic. It is a hot topic because a lot of people, it's not so far about being racism. It could be viewed as that, but I think it's more like comfort level of people. When I was growing up, every Disney character I know was white. Now, if you'll remember Walt Disney, he was a Jewish white guy, and he was actually kind of racist. It's such, you know, there's backstories on him, but I don't have, you know, I'm not gonna have enough time to get into all that. But as I recall, the first black princess was Tiana. They had a story about her, and that was the real first black princess. Now, Disney's doing a lot of makeover movies, you know, like The Lion King, and, you know, casting Will Smith as a genie from Aladdin. Now there's a big hot topic about Ariel the Little Mermaid. Ariel the Little Mermaid is going to be played by Halle Bailey, not to be confused by Halle Berry. Halle Bailey is actually a 19-year-old singer that was discovered by Beyonce. She is going to play the voice, I believe, of The Little Mermaid, and it's got people in uproar because she's playing the live action. I'm sorry, but it's got people in uproar because they see Ariel as a redhead, blue-eyed mermaid. Now, if you look at the picture, she's not too far off. She's just darker, but she's really not too far to portray the character. Now, I was listening to some podcast, and it was a Hot 97 podcast, actually, for a New York podcast, and he was saying that if you really wanted Ariel to be a mermaid, you know, there's this thing saying that, you know, he was saying black people can't swim and stuff like that. And I thought it was funny because he was against the idea, because he's saying it's portraying fake ethnicity or whatever. I just think he was joking, but to be honest with you, as long as you don't mess with the story too much and it's nostalgic, I don't care if you know, you have Chinese, Japanese, you know, Spanish, black, white, who, it doesn't matter who plays the character as long as the story stays in sync. Because you got to make it. You have to make it. How do you say? Bearable for the adult to watch as well. And like I said, I took a little. I never watched The Lion King, which I want to see. I want to see really bad. But as I heard, The Lion King was pretty good because it was true to the story. I mean, even though they have to change some words around and stuff, but it was true to the story. It was still good, and I still want to check it out. It's not gonna, hurt anything because I hear Danny Glover instead of Jonathan Taylor Thomas. I mean, to me, it doesn't matter. But hopefully, like I said, hopefully the remakes are even better because, like, now they have the technology and all this other stuff that makes the movie even more interesting. Anyways, that's all I have today. I was just thought I'd do a little, podcast show, whatever, about, the little stuff that's going on in the world. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you when I see you. You guys have a great rest of your Friday afternoon. Peace.